Hello, I would like to introduce SANDI Solr API today. Let's take a look. It's SANDI. It stands for Search and Index API with rather old technology Apache search engine, but joined with cutting-edge AI technologies. It's dense vector embedding here, large language models, and cross-encoder for reranking. It's interesting combination. And what is interesting here that the company published a test. It's a well-known test, Trec-Covid test. And they show that this search engine, SANDI Solr, it's more like a framework. It's not a search engine. It's a framework which is created by combining several services with Solr, Apache Solr. They got pretty good results. This test, it's kind of difficult test for the search engine. It's medical terms and so on, and to get high score it's not easy. And we can see that like dense passage retrieval systems are getting just 0.33 score. And if you will look, BM25 actually doing not that bad on this test, 65, but still. And then goes like Splade, Colbert, and Colbert, it was at one point SOTA, then Mono reranker, and they all behind. The SANDI Solr, even without reranking, goes higher. And then with GTE large model and Qwen 3 reranker and small reranker 06B, it has 0.84, which is just a little bit below GPT-4 reranker, which is LLM-based list-wise reranker. It's a very slow process, takes probably several, maybe 10 seconds to process search results. When large language model evaluates a query and then compares it with which found document, and that's how they doing reranker. And SANDI Solr with Qwen 3 embedding and Qwen 3 reranker plus WordNet synonym expansion, they got significantly higher scoring. So that's what I will do. I will try to run the same test and compare results, compare the scoring with what we have reported here. Okay, in order to do that, we can install SANDI Solr API. That is very simple. We need just to download the zip file and basically run it with one command. But in order to run it, we need two things. We need first of all, no, it's Ubuntu operating system, NVIDIA drivers. As well, we will need Docker. So Linux, NVIDIA, Docker, and it should be easy to go. So first, if we will go to installation guide, we need to download, and the version is 0.41. So I will just use this command to download. Zero 41, right? Then I need to basically unzip last one. I need to run Docker Compose. Yeah, what do I have on this machine? I have Docker running on the machine. I have also NVIDIA. Oops. Typo. I have NVIDIA drivers. It's a RTX 3090 card, which should be enough for this software. So what I have downloaded the file which I downloaded, and now if I will go inside and run the command, okay, so it started installation. It will take long time. I will pause because this step takes long time, and I'll continue when this step will be done. Okay, so I started yesterday this process of installation of all SANDI Solr services. Not sure how long it took, probably a few hours, but today I'm looking, and I have all images created, all containers started. So basically it ran, and Docker installed the created images, created containers, started. So it looks like it is running. I'm looking, and this is the API URL, so we can try to open those URLs and see what we got. Here's the installation guide, and the last one. Okay, so there are three APIs, search and index, two APIs, basically two different applications running, but one is divided also for indexing and administration. I'm looking at administration. It failed to load clients, so there is no clients. Failed to load collections, configurations, synonyms. I wonder what's going on. We need a little troubleshooting. It looks like something is not working correctly, because it looks like it cannot connect to the search engine. What if I will run here? Search failed. Yeah, it looks like something happening. Okay, after some troubleshooting, there was an issue with memory. I can start all services of SANDI Solr with Docker command. Docker Compose up and D. As you can see, all services started. So if I will go back to SANDI admin, which is inside installation guide, we have link to SANDI search, SANDI index, SANDI admin. I started with SANDI admin. Here synonym, I will not gonna touch it yet. Configuration, I want to create my own configuration. If I will go here and I will take a look what I have. I have configurations with conf. It has collections. And collections, those are not real collections, Solr collections, it's a configurations of collections. And you can see that it has 1, 2, 3, 4 like system configurations, and one is like regular client configuration. It was left intentionally so that you can repeat the test, this the COVID test, Trec-Covid test with when you will install it on your machine. Let me try to do that. If I will go back here and I will say, first we have to upload the configuration to Solr server. And currently this is just a configuration stored on a file system. So it's called BEIR upload. That's all, it is there. And now I want to create new collection. I'll call it also BEIR, the same. And I think shards and replicas 1.1 is good enough for this test. Create. And I have a new collection. Now I also will create a new client which will be working with this collection, basically which will do the test for us. And if you will take a look at test program, it says that here is the source code, evaluation source code, and it has client ID BEIR Trec-Covid. I'll use the same. Okay, so I go back to my where is SANDI admin client. I will add new client. I'll say okay, this is my client ID, client name, whatever, the same. Collection, that's a collection which we just created. Now I'm not using synonyms. I don't have synonyms yet. We will do it later, but we will do high relevancy field. It should be title. Low relevancy field there is none, and here is text. Inside this evaluate COVID script, you can see that it has, each document has title and text, 2 fields for testing. Okay, now everything else I'll say it's default. I will say save client. Okay, so we created new client, and for this client now we can run the test. The next step in our test will be to download the Python script, which is located in this file on Soft Corporation website. I already created the client. Oh, and I need dataset for this test. I actually already tried to look at this dataset, and here it's in Germany. They have full set of full compilation of different tests, and I believe that this one is the correct one. I downloaded it to, let's take a look what we have. Now, first of all, this is the evaluate Trec-Covid. I downloaded it and call it instead of text to py for Python. And I also created directory datasets, and here I have this Trec-Covid BEIR zip, which we will unzip. Okay, let's take a look what happened. So it was unzipped to directory Trec-Covid BEIR. Let me go inside. Oops, sorry. And let's take a look what is inside. You can see that this is the corpus. Here queries, and there is like a truth, the combination of query and the documents which should be retrieved. If we will look at queries, you can see that there is ID of query, and it goes what is the origin, or how does the coronavirus responds to changes in the weather, and bunch of other different queries. Now if we will look at core, let's take a look what it actually is. My connection is very slow. So here's again ID of the document, title, you can see, and then it goes bunch of content. Not big documents, rather small. Title, text is the content of the document. That's it. So now we have everything. I think that we have dataset, which is unzipped data. And inside, if we will take a look at URLs, there is test tsv file. Let's also take a look what is inside. Basically, for each query, there is bunch of document IDs. And here is like for each document, you can see it's not just one document, it's a bunch of document IDs, and I think that's a score or something on top. I'm not sure, I'm not even very familiar with this test. I actually opened the document discussing it, evaluation library, and this is description actually how this test is created. So if you're interested about it, I'll put the URL here and you can take a look. It's out of scope of my review, but let's run the test. I think that we have everything in order to run the test. So I'll go back to where my script is. It's inside this directory. Oh no, it's right here. I don't need to go anywhere. I need just run Python. Python 3. Oh yes, I need to install the RANX, and I think here is even a reference to it. So, yep. Let's try to do it. And I also created virtual environment which I called RANX, and activated it already, as you can see here on the left side, so that we will install everything inside that virtual environment. Okay, let's try again. You don't need all those steps for SANDI Solr, but we need it to to run this test the COVID test, and it takes a little while to create. And now we will be able, I believe, to run the package. Yep, it was successful. Let's try it again. So it does load dataset first, and then it started indexing. The indexing will take some time. It's 171,000 documents. You can see it, 100 documents done, and everything is running on one single machine with all embeddings created. You can see here actually that it uses NVIDIA. Let's verify. Yep, GPU utilization not very high, just because it does one document at a time. But I will pause the video, and after, when it's completed, we will continue. In order to continue our test, I want to add English language synonyms, so that we will run WordNet synonyms in addition to what we already did. In the script we saw that synonyms was the command to include synonyms, it is specified in the request, but there were no synonyms inside our SANDI Solr system. So what we will do, we will upload the synonyms. Let's take a look what kind of synonyms do we have. And we have synonyms EN, English, here. Let's see more of synonyms. And this is just a regular. If you are familiar with WordNet, that's synonyms extracted from the WordNet. It's just a regular English language. There is nothing specific to medical field or something. It has, of course, some medical terms inside, but still it's just a regular English. You can see it on the screen. Okay, anyway, so what we will do, we will attach these synonyms to the client, and the client will use those synonyms in order to expand the query. What we have to do here, if we will go to SANDI administrator, and here are synonyms, if I will say synonym set name, let's call it synonyms EN, and I will have the same here, and language is EN, of course. Upload synonyms. Oh, synonyms was uploaded. Somehow it didn't show me that it was uploaded. When I ran the evaluation for Trec-Covid, I had a few issues with the memory, which basically you have to adjust some settings for the server, and in the original installation script they have high server requirements to memory, so I had some issues, and I reduced it. It still should work, and now I'm running again this evaluate Trec-Covid script, and let's see how it will work. It is not indexing now, so basically it will just load dataset and search 50 queries. Let's see if yeah, GPU utilization 100% it runs sometimes. It's a bit slow. I thought that it's about a few queries per second it runs on my machine. And the biggest part is, of course, this reranking, because reranking it does a lot of work. Everything else is simple. So it took almost, I don't know, I think like a minute to run those 50 queries. And here we got the results. Let's see. That's not bad. I said it's not bad. Actually 0.88, this is upper limit for current systems, so that's very good results. It's not bad. It's very good results.